Hello, volleyball fans, and welcome to Wherever You Are. I'm Matty Bishop. This is the Snohomish Times Sports Network. We are back in the den, back at Jackson High School, back at the home of the 2010 state champion Jackson Timberwolves for the second time this week, this time for a very exciting matchup between two teams battling for second place in the Wesco 4A standings, the Jackson Timberwolves and the Kamiak Knights. Here on Snohomish Times Sports Network, tonight's match will be brought to you by Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, and Speedway Chevrolet will be presenting our player of the match. Don't forget to check out McDaniel's Do-It Center as well, and thank them and Fred's Rivertown Ale House for providing all of the action here on STSPN.com. We're going to get to the introductions and the Pledge of Allegiance here in just a minute. I will be back with First Serve. Get your beverages ready. Get a seat. We got a good one tonight here on STSPN.com.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens. We are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson.
Number 8, Quincy Flowers. Number 13, Sarah Buckfolder. Number 14, Grace Forster. And number 15, Jacqueline Janikowski. Head coach, Greg Post. Oh, sorry. And number 10, sorry. Haley Gilbert, number 10. Head coach, Greg Post, assistant coach, Michelle Mansky, and Kayla Mason, and Anya Vololiski. Best attempt. Now for your Timberwolves. Number 1, Taylor Eastwood. Number 3, Sierra Cho. Number 6, Kaylee Pistol. Number 8, Christina Johnson. Number 9, Olivia Spiegel. And number 10, Lauren Gamolo. And number 7, Paige Wilson. Head coach, Mindy Stollinger. Assisted by Bryce Corningshield. At this time, would you please stand and remove your hats? We'll have the national anthem sung by Jackson High School's very own Juliana Crane.
Welcome back inside the den at Jackson High School. I'm Matty Bishop, and I am fired up for a battle of two teams who both tasted one defeat on the season so far in Westco 4A. Still pretty early in the season. We're still in the first half of the field. That defeat for both sides came at the hands of the Lake Stevens Vikings. They are the only two teams to win sets against the Lake Stevens Vikings. They are the Kamiak Knights, who lost to Lake Stevens in 5 sets last Thursday, and the Jackson Timberwolves, who lost to Lake Stevens in 4 sets on Monday night here at Jackson High School. Thanks so much for watching this evening. We've got a really good matchup. Taking a look at the Jackson Timberwolves really quick in the huddle, looks like we can see their big middle, number 10, Lauren DeMullen. She'll be a big factor tonight. Ciara Cho, their outside hitter. Paige Wilson looks like she'll be the other side. Of course, the senior setter, Taylor Eastwood. And I believe we're going to see Haley Pistol as libero and Christina Johnson, who's been an impact player in the matches we've seen this season, on the right side. Taking a look at the Kamiak Knights, Sam Gregory will be your starting setter. She's got Hannah Canute, Quincy Flowers, and Sarah Brockvogel in the front row. Jacqueline Janchakowski, is your other outside hitter. The senior captain of these Knights starts as the outside hitter in the back row. Your other middle is going to be Grace Forrester, and your libero will be Haley Gilbert. Two very balanced offenses from what we've seen so far this year. Both of them have multiple weapons to use. Johnson has been an impact player for the Timberwolves. As we mentioned, Ciara Cho has a really high point of contact, does a really nice job as an outside hitter at finding points. Lauren DeMullen and Taylor Eastwood connect on a variety. Front one, back one, run the slide. When DeMullen's in the front row, there's a lot for the middle blocker on the other side of the net to contend with. That middle blocker on the other side of the net right now for the Kamiak Knights is Quincy Flowers. Not typically the size you would see from a middle blocker. She's listed as 5'10". She is incredibly athletic. That's Sam Gregory at the service line getting us started. Here's DeMullen versus Flowers right out of the gates. Dig Gilbert. Here's Canute. Canute over top, Pistol with the dig. Eastwood. Right side, there's Johnson. Gilbert runs that one down. Gregory pops it up. Flowers sends a free ball. DeMullen. Eastwood outside, Ciara Cho, and the big block from Brockvogel and Flowers. And that's the kind of start we were looking for tonight. I had a feeling this was going to be a good one. Gregory back to the service line again. Tonight's match, of course, brought to you by Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens. Make sure you thank them for bringing you all this coverage. There's DeMullen, and Lauren DeMullen with her first kill of the night. That's the front one. Keep track of how many different ways they set her this evening. Christina Johnson, the junior right side, back to the service line for the Timberwolves. Brings Eastwood into the front row. So choosing to start, looks like in rotation 3. Jackson choosing to bring their big middle all the way across the front row, keep her in for the first 3 rotations. Meanwhile, for Kamiak, Hannah Canute at the service line. Brings Jacqueline Janchakowski. I'll get it right eventually, Jacqueline, probably right after you graduate. Canute with the dig. Out of system set from Gregory. Jacqueline puts that one down on the end line, and she's got her first kill of the night. Janchakowski has figured in this Kamiak team pretty prevalently for the last 3 seasons. She's looking to have a big finish with her senior year this year. The sophomore, Canute, misfires there. Maybe some early nerves. Both of these teams know this is a big match. Lake Stevens still undefeated. By no means running away with the Westco 4A title, but they've gone through what, for my money, are the top teams in the league the first time. Jackson, Kamiak, Glacier Peak, Monroe. No, I don't believe they've played Monroe yet. Jackson, Kamiak, Glacier Peak, though, they've got wins on all 3 of them. Janchakowski, nice dig from Pistol. There's Paige Wilson, the sophomore, her first swing of the night. Gilbert takes it down off of the basketball hoop. Janchakowski tickles that one off the tape and maybe gets a lucky kill there. They all look the same on the score sheet. Quincy Flowers back to serve. She's only a junior as well. We've got another year of Quincy Flowers to look forward to. She's been a big part of this Kamiak team the last 2 seasons. Christina Johnson, Eastwood, outside for Wilson, up off the block. Nice cover from Janczykowski. Gregory pops it back. Caitlin Kuntz puts that ball over, her first touch of the match. Here's DeMoulin, and she pounds it through the middle. Lauren DeMoulin, and I think we see the intent of the Jackson Knights right out of the gates, getting their big middle involved. She's got 2 kills so far, the only 2 kills for Jackson Timberwolves, sorry. DeMoulin serve to Gilbert. Right side, there's Sarah Brockvogel. We saw this against Monroe, the first match at Kamiak that we covered. It's a very balanced offense. They move the ball around very well. They have a lot of weapons. It's only going to get better as it goes on. Coming into the match, number 16, making her Snohomish Times Sports Network debut, freshman setter Camryn Woodworth. She comes in on the back half of the 6-2. That brings number 9 into the front row to play right side. That's Sloan Spencer, and Paige Wilson tattooed that ball right between the block of Forster and Spencer. Nice swing from Wilson. We've seen great things out of the sophomore outside hitter. Listed at 5'9", but has a pretty solid reach, pretty good jump. There's Woodworth, tough pass to try and dig out of the net. She does an okay job of getting her hands on it, but nothing usable there. Eastwood at the service line, the left-handed setter. She has been good at the service line for the Timberwolves. That time she misses. Curse the commentator right there. We'll try and keep that to a minimum. The captain, Jacqueline Janczykowski at the service line. Brings Hannah Canute back into the front row for Kamiak. She'll be the outside. Service ace for Janczykowski. She leads everyone in scoring so far. 3 points out of the first 7 for the Kamiak Knights. She was a bit subdued when we saw them play at Monroe. It was not the most dominant performance we've seen out of her. She gets another ace, and I don't think she's going to let that same thing happen tonight here against the Jackson Timberwolves. It's going to be up to the Timberwolves to put a stop to that. Janczykowski goes after Wilson. Eastwood runs it down, a little confusion with Atwood. Gilbert gets the free ball. Woodruff set to the middle, and Grace Forrester pounds it off the hands of Olivia Skibble. Forrester's first kill of the night, the first assist for Camryn Woodworth of the evening. 2 talented young freshman setters called up for the Kamiak Knights. Adriana Kempton also on the bench. Swinging up from JV. That serve sends Haley Pistol all the way back to the bleachers. Skibble sends a free ball. Janczykowski, Woodworth, outside, Hannah Canute, and she hammers that one. She was our player of the match at Monroe first time in the round, and one of the great injustices of STSPN.com history. The brand new equipment stopped recording just before the interview, and it was lost to the archive of history. Haley Pistol sends a free ball. Forrester, Woodruff, Canute again. This one off the block. What a cover by Gilbert, and Canute gets another swing. This time the roll shot over the top. Picked up by Wilson. Back set for Johnson off the big block. Picked up by Eastwood. Johnson sends a free ball over. Forrester, Woodruff, back set for Spencer. Nice pickup from Pistol, and it's right to Forrester, but a pickup by Skibble, I believe. Gilbert, Woodruff, tip over the top, and Forrester with a little bit of finesse finds her second kill of the night. What a rally there. The cover and the defense from both of these teams early on has been exceptional. These teams are fired up. Kamiak's off to a big lead. Jackson's going to take an early timeout here in the first set of this Wesco 4A matchup. We'll be right back on the Snohomish Times Sports Network.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi electric cooling and heating system allows you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. And because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Welcome back inside Jackson High School. The visiting Kamiak Knights off to an early lead here in set 1. Head coach Mindy Staudinger takes a timeout with the Timberwolves, try and settle down her squad, get their strategy in order. We've seen some good flashes. It's been their serve receive that struggled a little bit. Eastwood called for the double contact there, as that was an uncharacteristically not clean set from her. Jacqueline Janczykowski at the service line. Haley Pistol. Eastwood. Christina Johnson, dug by Gilbert. Run down by Woodworth. Back row attack from Janczykowski, right to Pistol. Eastwood. Wilson misfires, looking for the cross-court cut. It was open. She just couldn't find the angle to get it over the net and down to the floor, and Janczykowski will continue serving for the Kamiak Knights. She goes down the line to Wilson. Eastwood, there's Johnson. She misfires, and a little bit of a confidence or lack of confidence bug going around on the Jackson side right now. So much to be learned in athletics, so much value in learning how to overcome adversity, how to work through difficult situations where nothing feels like it's going right. There's Eastwood, right side for Wilson. She rolls it over, Dig Spencer. Woodworth with the bump set for Janczykowski out of the back row, pick up by Pistol. Out right side, Paige Wilson finds the floor, and finally the much-needed side out that the Timberwolves were looking for. Comes off a swing of Paige Wilson, her second kill of the night. She'll go back to the service line. That brings Ciara Cho back into the match and into the front row for the Timberwolves. Cho's a senior. We mentioned she's got a really high point of contact. Has been developing her power game. There's Hannah Canute firing down the line and in. Nice angle from Canute, her second kill of the night. Already we've got 4 Kamiak Knights with kills. Nice job of distribution by the Kamiak setters, Gregory and Woodworth. Gilbert puts this ball on Wilson. Eastwood, here's Cho. Nice dig, Janczykowski. Woodworth outside for Canute. Pistols under that one, right to Eastwood. Johnson rolls it high over the top and finds the corner. Christina Johnston, the little finesse on that high roll shot over the top of the defense. Looked almost like a jumbo shrimp, we call him on the beach. Olivia Skibble, service line. Haley Gregory runs that one down. Quincy Flowers sends a free ball. Johnson. Eastwood quick in the middle, and Lauren Demulens back in the match. Skibble, their opposite, and playing the other middle position when she goes back to serve. That means Lauren comes in, and Taylor Eastwood welcomes her back to the front row with a nice quick set. That's the quick one again. Still only one variety of set for her. Quincy Flowers just goes up and pushes that one right through the block. Not the most beautiful connection, but Flowers gets her first kill of the night just by keeping that ball in front of her, having the presence of mind to see where to attack, see where the hole in the block and the defense is. Sam Gregory, the junior setter for Kamiak, comes back in to serve and set. That means that Sarah Brockvogel is back into the front row to hit right side for the Kamiak Knights. Johnson sends this one back, down ball from Pistol. Picked up by Janczykowski outside. Here's Hannah Canute again, and again she hammers that ball down the line. That is a vicious angle she is hitting down the line. Twice they've looked like they're out. They must be just bouncing right on top of that line. Nobody arguing at all. They are beautiful swings. Gregory serving again. Pistol, perfect pass for Eastwood. Quick in the middle. Dimmelin goes over the top, and it was juggled around. Janczykowski got the pancake under it, but Kamiak couldn't keep the ball in play, couldn't get it back over the net. Christina Johnson back to serve now for the Timberwolves. Janczykowski, Gregory, that's a double. She was working hard to get her hands on that ball. It was not an ideal pass, needed to be a little bit higher, and she couldn't get the good ball-shaped hands up to control that one. It's going to be a difficult play to set a hitter out of anyway. Gilbert, that's a good pass. There's Gregory, quick for Flowers, picked up by Johnson, run down by Pistol. Free ball from Wilson. Gregory. And the touch off the block, but again, Kamiak can't keep it alive. Christina Johnson working to chisel away at that big Kamiak lead that they established early in this match. Jonchikowski, Gregory runs this one down. Falls through, nice up again by Pistol. She's off to a good start tonight. Gregory, or pardon me, that was Gilbert, that's Gregory. Brockvogel, dig by Eastwood. Now Ciara Cho, big tip over the top, great read by Sam Gregory. Out of system set by Haley Gilbert. Hannah Canute hammers another one down. She leads all hitters with 4 here in the first set. And she is hitting the ball hard. She'll go to the back row to serve now. That brings Jacqueline Jonchikowski back into the front row for the Knights. And service ace. She continues to hit the ball hard, Hannah Canute. Driving the ball right through the hands of Pistol there. Wilson, Pistol, out of system set for Cho. Cho, high reach over the top, pops straight up by Gilbert. Canute pushes that one back behind her. Free ball sent by Jonchikowski. Johnson, oh, Taylor Eastwood, but Gregory's under it. Nope, Gregory wasn't under it. She's gonna say that one was down. Eastwood gets the kill. So that front row left-handed setter, especially with the long arms like Taylor Eastwood has, she goes up at the last second. She's getting better. She was showing them earlier in the season, which was like a week ago, or Monday night of this week. That one was much later show, was much more deceptive. Gregory does a nice job of getting her hands on that one. The Kamiak pass tight again. Putting the setter Gregory in a very difficult spot. She does her best to get to it, but can't control it. Lauren Atwood, the lefty defensive specialist, a senior for Jackson at the service line. She goes right at Quincy Flowers. And here's Sarah Brockvogel, who hammers it off the hands of Wilson and down. Brockvogel's second kill of the night. So again, Kamiak continuing to spread the love around their hitters. Quincy Flowers to the back row. That means Grace Forrester's in to play middle in the front. She's got Jonchikowski and Brockvogel there with her. Christina Johnson, Eastwood, Wilson, roll shot over the top, dig Gregory. Out of system set from Caitlin Kuntz. Jonchikowski rolls that one into the middle, and the off-speed ball gets the kill. A change of tempo can be extremely effective. It's also really easy to overuse. Probably the best player that I've seen use that in a long, long time is Courtney Swan at the University of Washington. She uses that hammer, 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 roll, and then you don't know what she's going to do. She shows it really late. Sam Gregory outside, tip over the top, Jonchikowski. Dig Johnson. Johnson will get a swing out of the back row, picked up by Gregory. Bump set from Kuntz. Jonchikowski, roll shot over the top, picked up by Atwood. Now outside for Wilson. Wilson, high reach off of Flowers. Kuntz gets a touch, but can't control, and Paige Wilson gets her third kill of the night. Jackson needs to come up with a scoring run here. They've got the senior middle Demoulin at the end line. Here's Jonchikowski with the swing, looking for the touch. Nope, she wasn't looking for the touch. I was looking for the touch, but it wasn't there. Jacqueline knew it. Demoulin with the trickler. Gregory, good presence of mind to pick it up. Kuntz sets for Jonchikowski. Down the line, dig by Johnson. Pushed outside. Here's Wilson, and that's a great swing from Paige Wilson. And a big hole in the block opened up by the beautiful tempo set from Taylor Eastwood. Great play from the Jackson offense there as they're creeping back into this first set. Slowly but surely nibbling away at that big lead. Kamiak got on the huge service run at the beginning. Picked up by Atwood. Skibble out of system set for Wilson again. That ball off the block. That's the middle Demoulin, who is doing some work back there with the cover. Eastwood tries to put it down. She misfires on that one. She's 1-1 tonight. Sloan Spencer back into the front row. Camryn Woodworth back into serve and set for Kamiak. Spencer will play your right side. She's got Forster and Jonchikowski with her. Skibble, Eastwood, and Wilson in the front row on the Jackson side. Haley Pistol. There's Pistol out of the back row, rolls that ball up over the top, and Woodworth can't get the dig, and Pistol's not supposed to get kills. She's a libero, but she gets a kill. Senior Eastwood at the service line for Jackson now. They need a run soon, like within the next point or two. They need a run on the next one. Anna Canute comes back into the match, taking the place of Caitlin Kuntz, who's done a very nice job as a DS in the first couple rotations, opportunities she's had. Jan Chakowski at the service line again. Pistol keeps it off the floor. Out of system set from Atwood. Johnson sends the down ball. Jan Chakowski, perfect pass for Woodworth. That ball's cooked a little too hot by Woodworth. She maybe got a touch excited trying to send the fast tempo set out to the pin. That brings Paige Wilson back to the service line. Ciara Cho into the front row will take place of the defensive specialist Lauren Atwood. The sophomore Wilson to Jan Chakowski. Again, a tight pass. Gregory does a nice job with that one. And Grace Forrester just introduced herself in a bad way to Taylor Eastwood, and Eastwood clearly dazed by that one as she dug that ball with her forehead. And she's going to get subbed out, and that is big for the Jackson Timberwolves. We got to hope that Taylor Eastwood is okay. She's had a fantastic season so far. It's one of the risks of the game. You gotta be aware and fast enough to get those hands up, and even then sometimes that ball's coming so fast that you don't have an opportunity to do so. She's clearly stunned, and that will likely be the end of her evening. That means that we get an appearance from Brooklyn Coleman, who was called up from the freshman team to be the backup setter. So a pair of freshman setters in the match right now. Coleman for Johnson, and Christina Johnson puts that ball on the floor. Confident set for Coleman right out of the gates as she takes the easy set on their first one. It doesn't go down, and then she takes the back set to Johnson, and now a little confusion over the lineup, who the next server is. It's going to be Skibble. That should bring Dimmelin back into the front row. So the freshman setter plunged into action here late in set one. It's match point for the Kamiak, or set point, sorry, for the Kamiak Knights. Woodworth, the other freshman setter in action here. She sets Sloan Spencer. Spencer gets her first kill of the evening, and I do believe that means that every hitter on the Kamiak side has a kill. And that's the end of the first set. Little confusion by the officials there, but it goes to the Kamiak Knights 25-19, largely off an early service run. Kamiak established a big lead. Jackson chipped into it, but couldn't quite wrap it in. We'll come out 0-0 in set two. It's going to be fun here on STSPN.com.
Your dreams evolve, and with committed support, they thrive. American Family.
Hey volleyball fans, it is a great time to be part of the uprising. We've got adult and junior leagues, club hybrid programs, private personal training, court rentals, and much, much more. Check us out. We're Snohomish County's only indoor beach and hardcourt volleyball facility, uprisingvolleyball.com. Welcome back inside Jackson High School, where the visiting Kamiak Knights took the first set of this early season Wesco 4A matchup, 25-19. Jackson will start with the serve for the second set. Christina Johnson at the service line as they look to right the ship, get things back on the right track. They will be working with Brooklyn Coleman, the freshman, just called up to be the backup setter for their varsity team. Quincy Flowers dig by Haley Pistol. There's Coleman. Johnson dig by Gilbert. Sam Gregory. Hannah Canute fires that ball through. That's her 5th kill of the night. She has been on fire this evening. So Coleman in the match. The senior setter Taylor Eastwood took a hard shot off, looked like the side of her face. Defensive play in the first set, clearly dazed on the bench. We're hoping that that Taylor's okay and we see her back in action really soon. Nice pickup from the freshman Coleman there. Dig by Gregory. Gilbert out of system set for Janczykowski now. Dig pistol. Coleman pushes that ball outside for Cho. Push through the block, picked up by Gregory. Cho again. Flowers. Now Janczykowski gets a swing. That ball's up from Wilson. Coleman looking for DeMoulin. And Lauren DeMoulin puts that ball on the floor, her 4th kill of the evening. Lauren Atwood will come in to serve and play defense in place of Ciara Cho. Atwood, the left-hand defensive specialist. She is a senior here at Jackson. Been a mainstay of their back row defense for the last 2 seasons. Gilbert overfeed on that one. DeMoulin, but it's popped up by Janczykowski. She'll get a swing at it again. DeMoulin is there along with Coleman. And here's Janczykowski one more time, this time over the block, dig by Wilson. Here's the quick high set, or not a quick set, a high set in the middle. DeMoulin puts that one right on the setter, Gregory. Janczykowski with another swing, and Atwood can't handle that one. Jacqueline Janczykowski's got 4 kills tonight. So the senior and the freshman working to hook up here, DeMoulin and Coleman. Also Paige Wilson, sophomore outside hitter in the front row. Coleman with another set for DeMoulin, and she just goes to town on that one. Well, that's a smart play if you're a freshman setter coming into a match. Somewhat unexpected. You take your senior middle and you make sure that that she's getting fed properly. She's getting what she needs to contribute to the offense. DeMoulin goes back to the service line now. The junior middle, Olivia Skibble in. Sam Gregory, quick mistiming with Forrester. Janczykowski tries to keep it alive and can't. Just a little misfire there between Forrester and Gregory. Caitlin Kuntz with that pass outside. Janczykowski hammers that one into the floor. Her 2nd kill of the 2nd set, 5 overall. Sloan Spencer and Camryn Woodworth check in. Woodworth into serve and set. Spencer will block and hit on the right side. Greg Post has a word for Woodworth on her way in and a word for Jacqueline Janczykowski. They've got a little something cooked up here strategy-wise. Free ball from Atwood. Gilbert. Woodworth. Forrester touches it off the block, recycles. That's a smart play. Janczykowski hammers that one, and the freshman Coleman just didn't get quite enough penetration there. Janczykowski gets her 6th kill of the night. And so they're going to take advantage of that mismatch. I have a feeling that's what Greg Post, very, very experienced, very intelligent head coach, was talking to his freshman setter and his senior outside hitter about, hey, we've got a big matchup advantage. Woodward with her service ace there. That is the first point that I have recorded in my extremely unofficial stat book for Camryn Woodworth. Skibble, and she's blocked by Forrester. That is a solo tough block from Grace Forrester. Junior middle for Kamiak. Couple middles, couple setters coming back next year. Kamiak set up for a good long-term run. That ball touched by Johnson on its way through. Another ace for Woodworth. Kamiak rolling here. Pair of freshman setters in this game. Not sure that's quite what we expected to see at the start of the season, but that's what we've got. Paige Wilson goes through the block and down. Smart play from Wilson. They get a much-needed side out, and that brings Brooke Coleman back to the service line. Gilbert, Woodworth, just floats this one high for Forrester. Nice high reach, dig pistol. Coleman for the right side. Johnson right off of Woodworth, out of system set. Gilbert, here's Janchikowski, dig Atwood. Nice job from Coleman to get that one up. Wilson goes big over the top, played by Gilbert. Gregory, Janchikowski, picked up by Pistol, run down by Atwood. Nice play by her. Wilson sends the free ball into the next zip code, and she just overthought that a little bit. Great defensive rundown by her teammates, and she got a little excited, I'm afraid. Janchikowski to the back row now. Hannah Canute, who's been hitting the heck out of the ball, into the front row. Janchikowski with the ace as that ball tickles the tape. It's her third ace of the night. 6 kills, 3 aces, and that's going to bring another early timeout from the Jackson Timberwolves. We're going to take one, too, here on the Snohomish Times Sports Network.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens. We are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
We're back inside Jackson High School. The Den. Kamiak has been good tonight, especially early in the set. They're out to another big lead here in set number 2. This is how it worked in set number 1. They got off to a big lead on a nice service run early in the match, and then Jackson fought valiantly to cut the lead down, but just couldn't get back into it. This time, Jackson will look to get back into it a little earlier. Kamiak captain Jacqueline Janchikowski at the service line. She doesn't want to see that happen. She's got 3 aces and 6 kills already on the night. Christina Johnson sends that one over the top. Dig Janchikowski. Woodworth outside for Canute. She hammers it off the block. It's kept alive. Gosh, that is not a lift. I don't know why we see that called at every single high school match. If someone from the officiating board can explain to me what the directive is on a closed fist underhand pickup like that. It's clean contact. We saw it at Glacier Peak last night. Hit me up on Twitter, at Coach Matty, M-A-T-I. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know so we can explain it to our audience. That's Hannah Canute going up and winning the joust with Olivia Skibble there for the Kamiak Knights. I'm going to give her 6th kill on the night on that one. Intelligent play. They all look the same on the scorebook. Of course, my scorebook is extremely unofficial. Johnson does a nice job of bringing that ball back. Pistol sends the free ball. Here's Woodworth. Jump set, tight, looking for Forrester. That connection just wasn't there that time. That's going to take a little work still. That means that Paige Wilson comes back to serve for the Jackson Timberwolves. Ciara Cho's into the front row. Janchikowski, run down by Woodworth. Bump set to the outside Canute. She misfires. Sometimes you give those outside hitters too much time to think about it. You set that ball too high, and they stand there and they think about all the wonderful ways they're going to hit it and all the things they're going to do with it. By the time they finally realize that the ball is there, it's too late and the timing is off. At least that's what happens to me. Wilson misses. And that brings Forrester back to serve for the Kamiak Knights. Ciara Cho, run down by Wilson, free ball sent by Johnson. Woodworth pushes that ball outside Canute. That time she finds that sharp angle. She tried to hit that earlier and missed. That time she cuts that angle beautifully. Looks like a beach shot there. Sweet little cut shot. As you catch that defender pulling off the net, overcommitting, off the net, and you just cut the ball tight. Coleman, quick in the middle for Skibble. She finds a hole. Smart play from Olivia Skibble for her first kill of the match. Skibble, Canute, Woodworth digs that ball. Oh, the under the net violation. It's different than it is in club volleyball in high school. If the foot goes under the net and completely clears the line, it's automatic violation. In the club game, it's only if it interferes, or in the international and the club game, it's only if it interferes with the play on the other side. Sloan Spencer pounds that ball off the block. Ciara Cho gets a swing. Jan Chakowski, this ball pushed outside for Canute, and she gets it again. Her 8th kill of the night, Hannah Canute. She is upset that we did not get her interview on tape last time around, and she is working very hard to get another one tonight, Todd. Our producer, Todd Elvig, the man behind STSPN.com, bringing you all kinds of cool stuff. This week's scores scrolling along the bottom of the screen, all different ways. We got the best score bug in the business. We got great commercials, all sorts of footage. Ace Hardware Lake Stevens logo on the screen. He's having way too much fun tonight. Tons of toys to play with, tons of effort, tons of passion going into bringing you these broadcasts, really highlighting the efforts of these players, how hard they work. There's Johnson, Gilbert with the dig. Up in the middle, Quincy Flowers, nice dig from Johnson. Back on the overfeed, Flowers goes up, Dimmelin's there with her. And a tight set, Canute with her left hand slaps it over. Cho with the dig, Johnson with the set. Gilbert picks that one up one-handed. Jan Chakowski, free ball from Canute. Coleman, nice set outside for Cho, looking for the touch, none detected. That's a point for Kamiak. That's an aggressive tempo set from the freshman Coleman there, and just a barely misfired on by the Jackson offense. Caitlin Kuntz in to serve for the Kamiak Knights. She's a junior this year, I believe. Caitlin is indeed a junior, defensive specialist. Sarah Brockvogel pounds that one off the block of Cho and Dimmelin. Out of system set from Gilbert. Jan Chakowski, Dimmelin, Flowers touches it. Out quick, a little too quick that time. Oh, double contact called against Cho. Yikes. Kuntz will continue to serve for the Knights. Pistol. Coleman. That ball's popped up, run down by Gilbert. Kuntz, Dimmelin, Coleman, Cho, oh, and Quincy Flowers and Sarah Brockvogel in a big way. That was very impressive. Big, solid block, lots of penetration. It's the penetration over the net with the hands that makes that ball go straight down. That's so impressive. That's what Flowers does so well. Nice play out of the middle. Dimmelin with a little tip kill there. Jackson will be looking to try and find some rhythm. You lose not only the setting of Eastwood, but the leadership, the confidence that comes with having a senior setter in there. I hate the term that the setter is the quarterback of the team. That's not really true. It's kind of not how it works. Very different sports, football and volleyball, but that doesn't downplay the contribution of the setter to a volleyball team. It's probably even more significant than the contribution of a quarterback on a football team. The distribution has to be so pin perfect for these offenses to run correctly. And there's such a familiarity and work that goes into that, as we see Jan Chakowski get her 7th kill of the night. Everybody needs their 5 seconds of fame, Todd. Haley Gilbert, Christina Johnson. Coleman, dig, Jan Chakowski. Gregory puts it right back up for Jacqueline. Dig, pistol. Coleman gets her hands on that one. Sets low for Dimmelin. She sends a free ball. Here's Forrester. She misses. Just long. Christina Johnson working to fabricate a little energy for her Jackson Timberwolves here. We talked a little bit about it earlier. She's been an amazing contributor to this team this year. On the stat sheet and now in the emotional department, Kuntz sliding forward but can't take the ace away, and that's Lauren Dimmelin with her first ace of the evening. She's got a total of 7 points on the night to lead all scorers for the Jackson Timberwolves. Kuntz. This ball's run down by Gregory. Dig by Wilson on the swing by Janczykowski. Out of system set from Atwood. Wilson with the swing. Dig Gilbert. Gregory. Janczykowski again, and that one's off of Dimmelin and out of play. Jacqueline's 8th kill on the night. Her and Hannah Canute battling for the kill title here. The two outsides for Kamiak have 8 kills apiece. So we see Sloan Spencer check into the front row. We see Camryn Woodworth come in to serve and set. Camryn Woodworth, freshman setter for the Kamiak Knights. Coleman outside for Wilson, off the block, run down by Gilbert. Woodworth pushes this ball out. Janczykowski rolls it over the top. Nice dig Johnson, tipped up over, dug by Woodworth. Spencer now, high over the top, and Pistol with the tomahawk. Tomahawks that one way out of play. Sloan Spencer gets her 2nd kill of the night. Overfeed put down by Grace Forrester. Those are easy kills. Camryn Woodworth. Last time I saw her play was at the AVP First National Championship for beach volleyball in Hermosa Beach, right alongside the Hermosa Beach Open. That was a super fun event. I'll be going back this year. We're going to take as many of our uprising kids as we can. Grace Forrester with the swing, and Olivia Skibble says no. Not this time, Grace. Nice block there from Skibble, the junior for Jackson. That brings Coleman back to the service line. Kuntz. Woodworth pushes this outside for Janczykowski, and she powers it through the block of Skibble and Johnson. Janczykowski at the service line for the Knights. Dump by Coleman, dug by Woodworth. Canute, dig Pistol, run down by Coleman. Skibble touched off the block, nice up from Gilbert. Outside now Canute, picked up by Atwood, run down by Pistol. Free ball from Skibble. Gilbert, Woodworth, Spencer. Chucks that ball down the line, looking for hands. There's no touch detected. That's a point for the Timberwolves. Came off with a funky spin. I thought maybe the outside hand of the blocker got a touch to it, but the consensus is that did not happen. Wilson. Gregory. Woodworth. Canute. Just a bit long on that one. She hasn't stopped hitting the ball hard. Janczykowski's got 9. Hannah Canute's got 8. Hannah working to catch up on this trip across the front row here at the end of set number 2. Paige Wilson trying to make all of that not happen. Janczykowski, Woodworth. Forrester swings off the block. What a play by Ciara Cho. Down ball from Wilson, picked up by Spencer. Gilbert gets a touch, and they can't save it. And Ciara Cho with great cover of her hitter there. Beautiful pickup, great work from the senior outside hitter for Jackson. Paige Wilson, the sophomore, continues to serve. For Jackson right now, it's all about finding things that work. Oh, Olivia Skibble says no. Haley Gilbert with great cover. Canute that time pounds it off the hands of Johnson. She's now got 9 kills on the night. Grace Forrester at the service line. And we see number 12. Number 12 checks in for Jackson, and I'm searching to figure out who exactly that is. I think it's probably not Grace Bentley. That may be Erin Ingram. I believe that is freshman right side Erin Ingram who checked in for that rotation there. It is set point here in set number 2 for Kamiak. Junior Olivia Skibble at the service line for the Jackson Timberwolves. Jacqueline Janchikowski quick in the middle. Gregory to Flowers, and that's shut down solo by Lauren Dimmelin. And that's a timeout for the Kamiak Knights as Jackson has been super scrappy here in set number 2. We'll be right back on STSPN.com. We're back. It's still set point for the Kamiak Knights here in set number 2. They lead this match against the Jackson Timberwolves 1-0. Looking to take a 2-set lead. Here's Hannah Canute, pounds that ball off the block and down, and she's got 10 kills unofficially on the match. That's the end of set number 2. Kamiak up 2-0. We'll be back in just a few minutes to see how the Jackson Timberwolves recoup and regroup here on STSPN.com. Welcome back inside Jackson High School. The Kamiak Knights are in control here, 2-0 early in this Wesco 4A match, early in this Wesco 4A season. 25-19, 25-18 for the Knights. Big story of the night is a scary moment for Jackson senior setter Taylor Eastwood as she took a shot to the head, and about 3/4 of the way through set number 1, she's on the bench, and our thoughts and hopes are with her that it's minor. She's going to shake that off and be back out there really soon. She's been a huge contributor to her team. You can see a little bit of loss in her leadership and a lot of loss in her setting. Jackson looking for other players to step up and take a little bit of control here, take over some of the responsibility as we're looking. I think that we're going to see Lauren Atwood, the left-handed senior for Jackson. I think we're going to see her set here in this set number 2. She's listed as a libero DS. Coleman is not on the floor. We've seen Brooke Coleman came in. and took the place of Eastwood. So Cho and Wilson will continue to be your outside hitters. Johnson is your right side, and yep, it does appear that Atwood is going to set for the Timberwolves. So no fault to Coleman. She did a very, very good job. Very difficult position. She just got called up from the freshman team to JV, and actually she may not be able to play another set. If she played 3 sets for JV tonight, you're stuck with a maximum of 5 sets in a match, and she played set 1 and set 2. That may be a required move on behalf of the WIA rules. Ciara Cho with the first swing of the match, dig by Gilbert. Jan Chakowski keeps that ball in play. Canute sends one to Pistol. Right side now for Johnson. Gregory with the dig, Gilbert with the set. That usually goes the other way. That's why it threw me. It's usually Gilbert with the dig, Gregory with the set. Misfire there by the outside hitter Canute. And Jackson on the board early. So Lauren Atwood, very versatile player. We've seen her be a big part of Jackson's defense. She's a good ball control player. That's the type of player you want setting. If you have to choose someone, you're going to choose someone with great ball control. As we see Marina Tucan into the match for the Kamiak Knights. Looks like she's playing right side now. Quick in the middle, Dimmelin. Nice block put up by Canute, and Flowers now outside Cho. She goes for the tip over the block, misfires. That's a heck of a rally. We're only at 1-1 here in set number 3. Canute, the service line. Pistol, Atwood. Nice back set to Johnson, hitting out of what's generally called the D on the right side there. Your sets across the front row, if you go with what most of the teams here in the Pacific Northwest use, you've got a hut to your outside hitter, some combination of a 1 or 2 in the middle and a red to your right side, and then from the back row from left to right, it's A, B, pipe, D. Service ace there. That's Hannah Canute. She's got 10 kills and 2 aces on the evening. And to make it 3 aces. So she now has the point scoring lead of the night. Her and Jacqueline Jan-Chakowski battling. Jan-Chakowski 3 aces and 9 kills. Hannah Canute 10 kills and 3 aces. Pistol again gets turned around on that one. Ciara Cho goes up with a fist. Picked up by Jan-Chakowski. Backs at Marina Tucan. Gets her first swing, and it's a big block from Lauren Dimmelin. Dimmelin and Wilson, no, Dimmelin and Cho up on that one. Cho checks out. Lexi Dollarhide, number 2. Sophomore outside hitter. We saw a little bit of her Monday night against Lake Stevens. We see her come in to serve and play across the back row here. Jan-Chakowski with the tip. That ball's into the tape. Nice job by Atwood to pull it out. Johnson sends the free ball. Gilbert. Gregory. Big block by Dimmelin again. That one's picked up by Canute, though. Tucan. Out of the back row, Johnson. Ball dug by Gregory. Out of system set. Free ball sent by Canute. Atwood. Dimmelin off the block. Picked up by Hannah Canute. Back to Jacqueline Jan-Chakowski, and she scores down the line. She's now got 10 kills and 3 aces. The race is on between Canute and Jan-Chakowski. Quincy Flowers will serve. Means Grace Forrester comes into the front row. Dollarhide with the pass. Paige Wilson gets a swing. Dig by Kuntz. Straight up. Run down by Gregory. Jan-Chakowski rolls that one over the top. Dig by Dollarhide. Outside now Wilson. That ball's picked up by the middle. Flowers. Nice swing by Jan-Chakowski. Nice pickup, and Forrester goes up and misses as she knew she had a tall order, pun intended, against Lauren Dimmelin. And maybe overthought that one just a little bit, forgot about the primary objective, which was making contact with the ball. Dimlin with the serve, nice shorty, picked up overfeed by Kuntz, and a little confusion on the Jackson side leads to an easy kill for Forster. Forster, not Forrester, Forster. Pardon me, Grace, if I missed that a couple times tonight. Sloan Spencer checks into the match, and we see Adriana Kempton now, the other freshman setter, who's been called up by Greg Post for Kamiak, and I believe, I didn't see the full JV match, but if Cam Woodworth played 3 sets of JV, then she could only play the first 2, and Adriana will play from here on out. That ball's out of play. Too much roll on the shot from, not enough roll, too much roll. A little too much power on the shot from Jacqueline Janchikowski. Atwood, back to serve. And she gets the service ace. Number 13, Lauren Atwood, stepping into the setter's duties for Jackson here in set number 3. We talked a little bit about it already, but incredibly disruptive to lose a starter, especially a senior starter. Incredibly double that disruptive to lose your senior setter. Janchikowski, nice dig by Dollarhide, run down and out of play outside of the antenna is where that ball traveled, and that is not allowed. Atwood with all the hustle, but couldn't quite get that one through. That brings Jacqueline Janchikowski back to serve for the Kamiak Knights. Hannah Canute into the front row along with Spencer and Forster. Adriana Kempton's your setter. Haley Gilbert's your libero for Kamiak. That's Paige Wilson, Atwood, Wilson, and Kempton had it covered if it was going to be in. That's what we'll say about that. She made every effort to get there. If that ball was going to be inbound, she was going to get it. You've got Skibble, Johnson, and Wilson across the front row with your setter Atwood, libero, pistol in your back row. Outside hitter is Lexi Dollarhide for the Jackson Timberwolves. Johnson, dig Gilbert. Kempton pushes that ball outside. Canute up off the hands, dig pistol. Here's Wilson, cuts that ball off the hands of Spencer. Nice pickup from Janchikowski. Here's Spencer again. She puts that one into Skibble, who blocks and then digs and then misfires into the net. Could see the crowd thinking about that one for a second. Was that legal? You contact the ball in a blocking motion above the height of the net. You are allowed to take the next contact as a dig below the height of the net. Service ace. We're playing with new toys here. Whoa, that's fancy. We're getting really fancy here at STSPN.com. Pretty soon he's going to go out and find himself a real announcer. Paige Wilson, Atwood, and Skibble looking for the hole. That was a really tough spot to go for, and Olivia Skibble misses that one. Jacqueline Janchikowski still at the service line. Thanks to Ace Hardware of Lake Stevens for making tonight's match possible. To remember, we'll have the Speedway Chevrolet Player of the Match coming up after this one is over. Hannah Canute just reached back and hammered that one. She's now got 11. To lead all hitters. Paige Wilson, that ball's picked up by Gilbert. Kempton flies it. Free ball sent by Janchikowski. Atwood outside for Wilson. That tempo's a little off. Janchikowski with a dig. Kempton now high set for Canute. She hammers it off the block. Pick up by Dollarhide. Atwood runs that one down. Here's Wilson again. Gilbert. Kempton. Roll shot this time. Atwood picks it up. Wilson gets it high. Dollarhide, that was an illegal back row attack, as her foot was on the line, and the ref has the presence of mind to catch that one. When you're a back row player, you have to take off behind the 3-meter line, aka the 10-foot line. That's the green line that's about 10 feet off the net there. You may land in front of it, you may jump and contact the ball in front of it, but you have to take off behind it. And that time, Lexi Dollarhide's foot was on the 10-foot line. Quick in the middle, and that's the freshman hammering that ball. Beautiful dig from Kempton. And holy smokes, Erin Ingram, I see you. That's why she's getting some playing time tonight. That's what she can do. Kempton, outside for Canute. Nice pickup by Cho. Out of system set from Pistol. Ciara Cho with the big swing. Nice job from Ciara Cho. She's been quiet offensively tonight. She hasn't gotten a lot of the ball. It's been mostly Paige Wilson and Lauren Dimmelin for Jackson. She's a player who can make an impact. A senior, can come up with some leadership, really spark a team in a tough situation. Kempton, quick through the middle, and Grace Forster. I got you, Grace. I'll get it eventually. Forster with a big snappy arm swing. Haley Gilbert will stand to serve. Forster goes to the bench. Quincy Flowers comes in to play middle. She's there with Spencer and Canute in the front row for Kamiak. Atwood, right side Johnson, dig Janczykowski. Kempton, back set for Spencer, and Sloan Spencer puts that one away. Unofficially her third kill of the night. Gilbert continues to serve for Kamiak. Ball picked up by Paige Wilson. Kempton leads Flowers. Flowers does a nice job of not violating the other team's space. Kempton with the dig and the overfeed. Cho, Kempton with the dig again. Out of system set for Canute. Back row swing for Janczykowski. Dig Pistol. Atwood might have got away with one there. Didn't matter. Big argument in the game. Okay, maybe it's not big. I support it, so it's big to me. Eliminating the double contact call. It's a judgment call that the officials tasked with, and the argument for it is not because we want our setting to be lousy. The argument for it is it does not provide any advantage for the attacking team. It's a disadvantage to have that ball come out funky. It's an interesting discussion. Here's a nice set outside by Kempton, and Hannah Canute hammers that one off of the block and out of play. She's got 12 unofficially on the night now. Olivia Skibble back into the front row, taking the place of Erin Ingram. Haley Gilbert at the service line. And that ball pounds through the block. That's Christina Johnson for the Jackson Timberwolves. Skibble goes back to the service line. Janczykowski, Kempton does a nice job of getting to that ball. Dimmelin stuffs it back. Good cover out of the Kamiak team. Cho over the top. Picked up by Kempton. Flowers out of system set for Canute, and she just couldn't quite connect with that one. The adjustment was bringing her too far inside. The junior middle, Olivia Skibble, will continue from the service line for the Timberwolves. Canute, Kempton, Flowers, stuff block from Cho and Dimmelin. They had that one's number. So the both freshman setters for Kamiak. Good placement, good tempo for the most part. Service ace there for Skibble. The next level is a little bit of deception. There's a timeout for the Kamiak Knights. Jackson on a little roll here in set number 3. We'll be right back on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Welcome back to STSPN.com. We've got flying volleyball logos, scrolling scores, the best score bug in the business, the best producer in the business. Todd Elvig makes all of this happen. Paige Wilson with the down ball over the top, and that one's on the floor. Oh, they're going to give Gilbert credit for pancaking that one. Taylor Eastwood even is up off the bench. That ball was on the floor, and Ciara Cho gets the kill anyway. So the point goes the right way. Any part of the ball touches any part of the floor, and that ball is down. And Haley got her hand down there, but I don't think the ball came off of it. At least not all of the ball. That ball, a little push in the middle from Flowers, and it's Dimmelin and Cho again. And so Jackson, what now? They're finding a little something here. Skibble continues at the service line. Lauren Atwood is your server, or is your setter for the Jackson Timberwolves. That's a high, poor pass out of Kamiak, and all of a sudden the Knights are rattled. What seemed like a match in hand, and it seemed like a team on cruise control, is now a team that's struggling to find some answers. That ball barely picked up. Hannah Canute with the roll shot misses. No touch detected. 4 contacts against Kamiak, and we've got ourselves a ball game here in set number 3. Again, a tight pass. This ball's up. Flowers, good cover from Cho, but she feeds it back over. That dig from Johnson. Again, an overfeed. That's Spencer. She misses. No net violation, as everyone kept clean there somehow, some way, and it's a 1-point game. Young teams, they work in spurts, they work in runs. Jackson getting Kamiak on a bad run here, doing some really good things themselves. There's Canute with the much-needed side out. Hannah Canute with 13 kills on 3 aces on the night. She is junior. By young teams, I mean high school age teams. You start to see consistency develop at this age, but it's still a game of errors. These kids are not finished products by any stretch of the imagination. Johnson, Atwood, Dimmelin. Oh, Quincy Flowers there, but Paige Wilson keeps it alive. Ciara Cho sends the free ball. Jan Chakowski, this ball outside for Canute, and the set was back behind her, and a touch call. Hey, good, solid, confident call from the line judge there. That's what you look for in a line judge. Very well done. She was right on it. Gregory, pistol. Atwood back set for Johnson. Gilbert, Sam Gregory. Roll shot from Canute, and she puts that one down, and some calls from the Jackson fans for the double contact there on the set. It was deemed to have been clean enough. Sam Gregory, the junior setter for Kamiak, at the service line. Marina Toucan in the front row. Gregory, little setter dump. Atwood saw it, didn't see it soon enough, and Sam Gregory gets her first kill of the night. And that brings us to a timeout from the Jackson Timberwolves as Kamiak get their feet back under them. We'll go ahead and take a timeout as well here on STSPN.com. Welcome back. Sam Gregory, junior setter for Kamiak, at the service line. They're trying to wrap up this match against the Jackson Timberwolves. Jackson Timberwolves have other things to say about that. That's Paige Wilson with the dig. Haley Pistol with an out-of-system set. Ciara Cho with the kill. The big high point of contact, that high reach and the tip over the top. And Jackson has found some life here in set number 3. Their setter is Lauren Atwood, the senior defensive specialist usually. Good ball control, lefty. You can see she's done this before. Jan Chakowski Gregory, back set for Canute. Nice job by Cho and Dimmelin. Canute picks that ball up on the cover. Free ball sent by Gilbert. Johnson, here's Dimmelin. Oh, she was trying to have so much finesse, and it just didn't work. I like the way she almost dislocated her wrist, turned it all the way around towards that outside sideline and just overcut it a little bit. Anna Canute serving for the Kamiak Knights. And Haley Pistol called for the touch. Touch call. Pistol says, I didn't touch it. The line judge was right on it. Said she touched it. She didn't want to touch it. I'm quite certain of that. Whether she did or not, she probably knows better than anyone else. That one's fired a little long by Canute as she's going for the fences there. Here we go. It's crunch time for the Jackson Timberwolves. If they're going to do it, they've got to do it now. Lexi Dollarhide into the back row. Sophomore outside hitter. She's going to serve. Christina Johnson, Haley Pistol in the back row with her. Your setter, Lauren Atwood. Lauren Dimmelin and Paige Wilson are in the front row for the Timberwolves. Work on Gilbert, the overfeed. Dimmelin hammers that one straight down. Lauren Dimmelin with her 7th kill of the night. Oh, or not. As she calls it, oh no. So what she's calling is that Lauren did not wait for the ball to break the plane of the net before she attacked it. I don't agree with that call. It is a judgment call by the official. The ball must break the plane. And it's match point for the Kamiak Knights. Yellow card for Mindy Staudinger. That's not going to make it any better. That was for the Jackson head coach for the yellow card there. As she dropped the card, Paige Wilson nice enough to pick that back up for her. And Kamiak, Quincy Flowers serving for the match. And that is a momentum turner. Lexi Dollarhide run down by Atwood. Free ball sent by Johnson. Flowers, Gregory, Jan Chikowski, dig Dollarhide, run down by Johnson. Pistol will send the free ball. Here's Kuntz, Gregory, Marina Toucan out of the back row. Or no, out of the front row. She was just behind the 10-foot line. Wilson rolls that ball over the top, and Jackson stays alive. Brings Olivia Skibble into the match, the senior. Lauren Dimmelin with 0 margin of error at the service line. She's been good at the service line tonight. She's kept Kamiak under a lot of pressure. Crafty, variety of serves. She can move the ball around. Everybody apparently takes a deep breath here. Not sure why. She goes right at the DS. Kuntz. Gregory outside. Young Chakowski hammers that one off the block. And that's it. Kamiak in 3. 25-19, 25-18, 25-19 over the Jackson Timberwolves. Special thanks to Ace Hardware and Lake Stevens for making tonight's match possible and the biggest broadcast season of volleyball on STSPN.com yet possible. We've got the Speedway Chevrolet Player of the Match coming up in just a moment here on the Snohomish Times Sports Network.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
back inside Jackson High School where the visiting Kamiak Knights put up a 3-set victory over the Jackson Timberwolves. We've got a dynamic duo for our Speedway Chevrolet players of the match. The Kamiak outside hitters, senior Jacqueline Janchikowski and Hannah Canute. Ladies, you guys had huge nights tonight. Talk to us a little bit about the distribution and the strategy coming into this big game, Jacqueline.
I think we've focused a lot on setter-hitter connection because we're struggling a little bit with that, and we're trying to run faster plays to hopefully beat the block on the other side and to get our passes off the net so we can run a faster offense.
And Hannah, talk to us a little bit about the contribution of your 2 freshman setters who came in tonight. What's it like bringing those kids into the fold and kind of into the varsity family?
I thought it was really helpful. They did really amazing, and they got their sets out to our outsides, right sides, and middle, and we executed.
Excellent. So you guys have had an amazing evening tonight. This is a really big win, puts you into second place here in Wesco 4A for the time being, right? Talk to us a little bit about where the mindset of this team is and what you guys see as some of the keys moving forward to have success for the rest of the season. Jacqueline?
We're just focusing on keeping our energy up and pushing all the way to the end of the match, and in the end our goal is to go to state.
Hannah, anything to add?
We're just trying to focus on our mental toughness and keep going straight forward.
Fantastic job tonight, ladies. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Thanks to Ace Hardware and Lake Stevens for sponsoring our volleyball broadcasts on STSPN.com. Thanks to Speedway Chevrolet for our Player of the Match award. I'm Matty Bishop. On behalf of Todd Elvig and our whole STSPN crew, we'll be back next week with more volleyball on STSPN.com. Hold the shirt up. Thank you.